And then in terms of the funding negotiations on Capitol Hill, we've seen this administration, this president at times play a more hands-on role, a more hands-off role in some negotiations depending on the situation. What's the case with these negotiations? How involved has the president been?
Which particular negotiations are you talking about?
The spending bill.
The omnibus bill,
Yes.
more broadly. So look, we're encouraged by the bipartisanship that we're currently seeing to the progress that we're seeing in Congress from leaders and the progress that they're making. So it's a key step on the path to a full-year government funding bill that delivers for the American people. We're optimistic that members of both parties can build on this progress and produce a funding bill that can pass the House and Senate signed into law by the president. But to your question, though, look, the president has been very engaged. He's been talking to congressional members. He had the Big Four here not too long ago, and this was in the readout. This was the government funding was the main priority that they discussed. And we have our team here. We have Shalonda Young from OMB. I've mentioned this before, who's the director, who has been playing point on this, who knows how to work across the aisle and do things in a bipartisan way. And she is leading that effort along with our Office of Leg Affairs, who have had multiple calls, multiple meetings in getting this done. Look, this was done in a bipartisan way last year, and we believe it can be done in a bipartisan way this year as well.
Are you confident this one-week stopgap will pass?
We have said, I said this earlier, if Congress needs a little bit more time to get this done, they should take that time, but we believe there's enough time to get the omnibus done. And so we are encouraged by what we're seeing in that progress, and we believe that it can get done in time.
Can I ask one question about Afghanistan? There are negotiations about including the Afghan Adjustment Act in the spending bill. There's been a group of retired ambassadors who've been pushing for its inclusion. The Biden administration has tried to get this in the spending bill before, unsuccessfully. What is the administration doing differently this time to try to do that?
As you know, by your statement, we strongly support the ongoing congressional efforts to pass the Afghan Adjustment Act, and we urge Congress, we're going to continue to do this, to send the legislation to the president to provide a path to permanent legal status for Afghans. And we have joined our communities and resettled across, resettled across our country through Operation Allies Welcome. So that is something that we're going to continue to ask for Congress to act. We first asked Congress to pass this legislation back in August of 2021 and have been working with members of Congress from both parties to try to pass it ever since. And we know that there is a bipartisan support for this bill and that negotiations in the Senate are ongoing. It's important to take care of our Afghan allies who took care of us during the 20 years of this of the years that U.S. was at war in Afghanistan. So we take this very seriously. We strongly support it. We're going to continue to have conversations with members of Congress and continue to urge them to get this done.
Creative.